What it do? Can you hear me? I can't hear you if you're talking.
Around here.
There you go.
So,
There you go. There you go.
We still
Yep.
good?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, man, I'm having technical difficulties. I don't know what's going on. Computer was acting crazy. I don't know what it was, man. I'm like,
It must be in the universe. Must be in the universe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was struggling. Like,
I was on the phone with my internet company 30 minutes ago. I'm like, listen, I need y'all to get this together now.
Yeah, I was struggling. I was sitting here like, man, what's going on? Like, yeah, I had to restart all that. Couldn't get no volume, but you say you can hear me now, so we good.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, and nosy Rosie, Drena will be here late, so hopefully she'll jump right on in. I can't believe it's Tuesday again already. I feel like we just did this.
Hey, man.
Look, I took a page out of your book and made this damn drink. And I'm like, I took 2 sips. I'm like, wait a minute.
Hey, man.
The 1800 of pineapple.
Hey, man, that's my drink, man. That's my go-to drink. Because we went to
Hey, Carl. Look at Dream so much she in the comments.
I'm in the comments. Yeah, man, we went to because the folks don't know. It was me and my wife's anniversary, so we went out to eat, and so I had to get that good pineapple and tequila. But I don't know, that's my drink. That's probably been like one of my favorite drinks probably for like the last 6 or 7 years. So I love to have pineapple and tequila with a cigar. That'd be my thing. That's how I relax. That old man flow now, man. You know, you're getting older, so you have old man flow.
Carl, what you say to me on Instagram? You know how many messages I get?
Right, and is your name Carl Rock on Instagram? Probably not. So,
man, if you message me on Instagram, listen. If we're not friends and it goes into like the hidden messages, you can forget about it. I'll just delete those.
You don't even
because it's just too many.
Oh, you don't even check them.
It's literally like thousands. I can't.
Gotcha.
It's too many.
So, Carl, so you need to follow her first, so it can go to that main mailbox. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do. Stop playing.
You said this. Yeah, I definitely didn't get that. It's probably. It's literally probably in the damn. It's probably in the little. I don't know if you can see this. Can you see that? Where it says request. You can't see because my lights. It's like a little request thing over here, and it's like thousands and thousands of messages in there. I just don't have the time to go through them, so I just delete them.
Hey man, you better go in there and just make sure it ain't no blue checks up in there.
If they're blue checks, they come right into my primary. They don't send them to that. Okay. Blue checks don't go into the filter one. But no, it wasn't Carl because somebody sent me a $1 request through Cash App saying check your email. Like that, they'll go to my website, get my Cash App, my email, and that's how they'll try to get my. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Oh, they request. They only send you no.
Some people today somebody requested $1 just to get my attention, but normally, you've seen the money they'll send me $100 or whatever. But I'm still not gonna go nowhere.
Hey man, that's what happened when you popular in demand. You feel me? All right, hold up. First off, Carl, because you do this all the time, I gotta help you out, brother. My name is actually spelled Adrian, not ENNE. That's how you spell a female's name. Mine's Adrian.
Appreciate it's right there, right there on the screen,
right there on the screen,
right there.
So drop the ENNE. Speaking of
Lord.
that, I hate that, yo. Like, I hate when people email me or respond to me and spell my name wrong, and my
And you
name is
just,
right there in the
it's in the
signature
damn
block.
email. I hate that too.
And you like, and I now I correct people. Now, if it's like that, I'm correcting you. I'm sorry. Like, it's Adrian. Yeah, get it right. Like, don't, because if it's, if it's on my signature block, stuff like that, it's like, yo, all you got to do is look. Come on now, get it right. Don't be spelling my name wrong. Come on.
I know that's right. Well, for those of you who may watch this later, or was this your first time watching, we will introduce ourselves. We are missing one of our co-hosts. She'll be here later, and she's in the comments, so she is here supporting. But I will introduce the author himself, Mr. Adrian Taylor, aka
A gentleman's thoughts.
aka
It's already written. The name of my two
hey,
books.
let's
There it
go. A published author. Y'all ain't
That way.
ready.
That way.
Carl said, when was the last time somebody spelled your name wrong? Today.
Yeah, today. Not even 5 minutes ago, Carl. You know what I'm saying, Carl?
Oh my God.
But anyways, we have Miss Didi Legette, aka
The core queen. That's she, her, me.
aka
Future Mrs. David Banner.
Future Mrs.
Speaking things into existence.
Banner.
Stop.
DB. Okay.
Oh Lord, Carl says you should consider being a rapper because you look like one.
I'm too old. Like, what we talking? I'm too old.
Drena, don't be laughing at me. You know that's my name. Good.
I'm too old. That's funny. I'm too old for that.
Ooh. Don't nobody got time for that.
Right. I'm too old.
Okay, so we're going to jump right into our trending topics for the week. And this has been trending for quite some time. I think it's piped down a little bit, but I still think it's kind of, simmering in the streets. This whole shut your ass up, Gotti, Ashanti and JaRule debacle. I believe he's only, no, because he's been doing this. So I don't know. I don't know. It's corny to me that he's out here telling everybody that him and Ashanti used to mess around, and he was married at the time, and he got his feelings hurt because Ashanti was messing with Nelly. He found out watching a basketball game because they walked into the game together, and like just talking crazy about how she ran or something when the feds came to get, like, just really dragging her, and she's not breathed a word about him. Nothing. Not said anything. He sound crazy. And then who was it? Fat Joe chimed in and said that JaRule is wrong for not having Ashanti's back when it came to this, even though everybody knows that he did. He said something. And what you think about this whole situation? It's just a mess.
Yeah, of course it's a mess. I mean, clearly, like you said, he was hurt. And when you hurt, you're trying to hurt people, because it's like, why are you even talking about Ashanti? She's not talking about you. She ain't talked about her in years. Like
right.
years. So just because somebody asks you a question don't mean you got to entertain it. I mean, people ask me questions. Right. People ask me questions until maybe 2 weeks ago, and I just ain't never entertained it. Right. Everything don't deserve an answer. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if he felt that way, it's just kind of like, bro, you a grown man. Like, as a man, why would you even do that if you're supposed to be a man of substance, a man that's on his ish, a man that's solid in who he is? Like, he talking about a relationship with a woman
20 years ago.
20 years ago. Like,
Oh my God.
I guess Ashanti the one that got away. Clearly. I'm just saying, like, and he hurt. You know what I'm saying? You have that type of guy that she was the one he wanted her, and then Nelly swooped in and took her. He was hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And like, it's so weird because it's like, I mean, I didn't know anything about it. Like, you kind of just like shocked us all. Like, wait a minute, why are you telling us this?
Right.
We didn't need to know that. This is information you could have kept to yourself. That's a real weird ass pillow talk type mess. That's some weird shit. Yeah.
That's embarrassing to the ex-wife, to the kid, like to even know, like, dang. Like, I mean, think about this, right? We don't even hear you talk about your ex-wife for real.
Right.
But the way he talked about Ashanti was just like you could tell it's like the Mariah Carey song. You know what I'm saying? When people do the TikTok and you sitting in there like when your girl ain't over her ex and she starts singing the Mariah Carey song, he looking like you singing that a real too hard. That's what that was. Yeah. Like, bro, you don't even talk about your ex like this, and you talking about Ashanti like this,
right? And then talking about how she ran when the feds came, like she's supposed to have his back, like she was a little girl, she a young ass girl. Like, what are you like? You sound crazy.
She was with Nelly.
And then something about I think it's something where her he won't let her buy her masters back. Like he holding them hostage from her, and
so she
he done sold it now. He done sold everything.
So she changed the beats on all her songs.
Yeah.
So she don't use the beats whenever she performs.
She's the most unproblematic person ever.
And even you remember when she did that, he was crying when she started performing her songs and changing the beats. Like, I don't get royalties when she does that. And shut up.
He a whole cornball, like big time cornball.
This is proof that just because you got money, you know what? I'm gonna just leave it right there.
You can't unlame a lame. Child. Anyway,
I'm just saying.
On to the next. So, this next trending topic, when I tell you it hit so close to home and it literally broke my heart when I watched the video, because something like this almost happened at my son's football game, where the coach was shot and killed at a youth football game by the former NFL player's brother. What's his name? Kweli. I don't know. I can't pronounce the boy name. Aqib Talib Kweli. What the fuck ever. Yeah, well, the brother shot the dude. They got into it at the game. They fighting and tussling, and this dude starts to shoot. Like, the trauma that he caused these 9-year-old children, especially that boy's son, to watch his dad get gunned down at a scrimmage for some 9-year-olds.
Yeah, that's sad, man. And you know what, man? Like, that's one of the reasons why I'm not even ready for my son to play football or basketball just yet. Like, because I know I got to wrap my mind around that. And you know what I'm saying? Typically, it don't usually break out to the gun violence at that age, but you know, you definitely see the fights. I've seen the fights multiple times, especially in it be between the adults. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mad over something. And you like, yo, I ain't got time for this, you know? The other sports typically don't have those situations. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't typically go to a soccer game and you know what I'm saying? The parents out here fighting. You know, you don't typically go to a baseball game and the parents is out here fighting. You know, they might be talking junk, but they ain't fighting. You know what I'm saying? You come to football and basketball, like, I know, you know, my friends tell me all the time, they got kids in basketball too, fighting. Parents fighting the refs, parents fighting the coaches. It just break out. Like, it'd be crazy. I'm like, Yeah, I ain't got time for all that, man.
We were literally at one of my son's football games, and we literally had to almost run to the car because they wanted to fight. It was getting crazy. Like we gotta go. Like they talking about pulling guns, and I was like, really? All because this city don't get along with this city, and they still rivals. Like, really? We still doing this? It was a hot mess. It's just like it ain't that serious. 90% of y'all ain't going nowhere outside of this city. Bye, Carl. See you next time. Why my name's got to be in all caps? Yeah, that was crazy, man. Like, I don't know. These people are just so weak now. Like, they get offended by everything.
Yeah, and then they want to shoot.
Ain't no everybody scared to get their ass whooped. Like we living in a whole different type of time, yo. It's crazy. All right. Even though Drena not here, this was her topic that she wanted to talk about. I don't know if I even thought about one yet, but y'all in the comments help us out. Name one song that Black people love, but you hate.
Yeah, Drena, go on, put your
what's the name of that song that I cannot stand? Oh, I hate this song with a passion. I think it's by is it by Jodeci or Casey and JoJo? Is it called All My Life?
Oh, All My Life. Pray for Someone Like You.
That song. I hate it. I hate that song.
Why you hate
it maybe
that song?
Because I was going through something at the time it came out. I don't know, but I hate that song.
Yeah, that is like a very big staple in the Black community. All My Life. Jodeci. Yeah.
Oh my God.
People, yeah.
They be singing at the top of their lungs. I'm like, turn this shit off.
So I got one.
What's
Everybody
that?
Love. And I just think it's his worst song. Purple Rain by Prince. I think that's his I think that's his worst song.
That's probably my least favorite Prince song. I mean, I don't hate it, but that's my least favorite Prince song.
That is like my least favorite Prince song. Yeah. And people love it. And I'm just like, I guess. Oh no, that's my jump. That's my jump. That's my jump.
I probably got pregnant with that song. My daughter.
That's my song right there. I ain't with you on that one, Drena.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of no other.
Let me see what else I'm trying, super popular.
Let me think.
I don't really care for Bad by Michael Jackson.
I don't like that song that much either.
It's like that's one of my least favorites by Mike.
You got too many good songs to even think about that song.
Yeah, I'm like, that's all right, whatever. I ain't rocking with that.
There's some other songs that irritate my soul when they come on, but I can't think of them.
I wasn't a fan of Panda.
Oh my God, I hate that song. Panda. Any new songs is
I was trying, so I'm with you. I heard Pressurelicious. I don't know what Future was doing on that song. I don't even get the concept of the song, to be honest with you. It's all over the place.
For Megan Thee Stallion to sit on that on Al Gore's internet, like Drena said, and say that Future rapped over the whole song, and that's the verse you took.
Maybe
she talking about on every line.
Maybe she gonna use the other verses on another song.
She better for 250,000.
because I was like, because you know what? When I heard that and then I actually listened to the song, I was like, well, what you give Cardi for WAP? Because that song,
Well, that's Cardi's song, though, ain't it?
is it? I don't know whose song it is.
I think that's Cardi's song.
Well, how much she give Beyonce then or somebody? Because I'm like, she got way better songs than this 250K she just dropped on this verse.
And then that horrible,
verses.
the song that she dropped as the single, which is horrible with the new video. I'm like, okay, why didn't we get the memo that this dance hall shit was gonna be, or this dance music was gonna be the new thing, like this Voguing music? Her new song is horrible. It's called, I don't even know what it's called. It's called Her. I don't know. But it's got the dance. I ain't gonna say gay. The voguing.
I don't really.
Yeah, child. But most of her songs sound the same anyway.
I don't like, and this. I'm trying, and what I'm doing is I'm thinking of songs that always be on movies and stuff that I'd be like. So Diana Ross, I'm Coming Out. Don't like that.
Oh, that's my shit.
It's right. See, nope.
I want the world to know.
Nah, I'm good. Nah, I didn't keep that.
That's because it's talking about coming out.
Hey, I didn't say that. You said it.
Oh God, that is hilarious.
I'm good.
That's funny. Oh my God.
What else you got?
It's another song I can't think of that. I think it's a Blackstreet song. Yeah, No Diggity.
You don't like No Diggity?
Hate with a purple passion. That's so I hate that song.
Okay.
I'm like, oh God, do we have to listen to this? Yeah, I hate that song. I can't think of no other ones.
I mean, for me, you can name just about every Big Future song. Now, I don't know. I never really got into Future like that. So just about any Future big song. The only Future songs that I was like big on was his real first come out with Tony Montana. I like that. I like Stick Talk.
Oh no, that's my song.
I like Stick Talk. Like in the gym, I'm still listening to Stick Talk, and I like Shit.
I'm not a Future fan either,
and I'm not. Yeah, so those are really it. But other than that, like people be like, man, this is my. I think because he talk about getting high and just so much that it just be like,
yeah, I'm over.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
Anything new Drake, keep that. I like Drake before 2015. Pretty much anything.
This shit now, it's like, what about your boy? Your past fave, the baby.
I ain't listened to the babies. Yo, has he even dropped a song? I haven't.
Yeah, he just dropped 2 back-to-back songs.
I ain't heard it.
And they both sound the same. You ain't missed nothing.
I hadn't listened to since the first album. All that was happening.
LJ,
he got overtook.
You late, LJ. We changed the podcast. We voted on it. The name. We breaking barriers over here. We don't want no military affiliation over here.
So yeah, I rock with Lil Baby. You know what I'm saying?
I love Lil Baby.
Lil Baby. That's my guy. So I told you when we talked about this a while ago. I like Kodak.
I showed you the baby, the video he dropped. And they was dragging him for being on the cross.
I didn't watch the whole video though, Didi. Like I
didn't. No, it was just on the Shade Room, and I was showing you the comments.
Yeah. But I ain't listened to the song. It didn't make me say, let me go listen to it.
I didn't either, because it's gonna sound like everything else.
Yo, the little Kodak song, even though it ain't his song, the Can't Stop, Won't Stop, that is my joint right now.
Talking about King Combs song with Kodak?
That's Kodak's song. Because if Kodak wasn't on the song, it wouldn't be no song.
No, I like King Kong, so I gotta give him his props. That song is
Yeah,
fire.
but that song is Kodak. Like that's Kodak's song. I like that little song. That's my joint right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Kodak. His songs be fire. He just retarded.
I can't even dispute that. But I like Kodak. Like because when he get in them interviews and he be talking, you be like, what?
Like, shut up. Stop talking.
Like, you be making this music? Like, what?
Probably not.
You stupid.
She said Kodak rode a small bus. He was in the front seat with a helmet on.
And then you like, I listen to Kodak and I be like, Kodak actually be spitting a little bit. He's like, I be like, dang, he like a better Gucci Mane to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause he got catchy hooks, all that, but then you listening to him, you like, Kodak actually talking about something. Like, what? Short bus rider, what are you doing? All right, I rock with Kodak,
but you know that ignorance is what get them the exposure.
Yeah,
which is unfortunate. So
I know it's kind of like Legette, right? You have a conversation with him totally different.
Right. Yeah, because I mean, you know, you got to be a buffoon on the internet to get noticed.
Hey, you're right about that.
Yeah. All right, so the next trending topic. This was funny. Y'all sent me that clip from the Miss Pat show when her son came downstairs and asked could he go to his friend's house, and she was like, "No, hell no, they can come over here, but you can't go over there." I don't know if they're serial killers, if they do child trafficking. I don't know them people. So when you were growing up, did your parents allow you to go over to your friend's house?
Yeah, I could. In the neighborhood. We talking about in the neighborhood, right? Like, yeah. Especially at his age, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, because he was like 16.
he like 15, 16 on the show. I would say probably at least 15. No less than 14, right? So yeah, at that age, yeah, I could. You know, when I was little, you know, no, but then, you know, my mama had to like know you and all that and everything. You know what I'm saying? But then when I was his age, she needed to know where I was. Right. And I can go. You know, it's funny because me and Debbie talk about this all the time because Debbie be like, nah, it ain't happening. Like, because she didn't grow up like that, going to people's houses and stuff. Here she go. So yeah, it's like, all right, okay, cool. But I personally could. Could you?
Well, it depends. My mom, no. If I was with my mom, it was a no. With my grandma, she was a little bit more lenient, so we could go, but it wasn't no spending the night nowhere. We could never stay the night at anybody's house. But yeah, my mom, we couldn't even go outside with my mom. So being in somebody's house was an absolute no. My mom was very, very, very strict. Very strict.
Okay.
So what she said, we weren't allowed to go where? Do anything white, no mud. What?
Drinks.
Oh God. Oh, okay. Okay. No, she didn't know them, know the parents, and don't. Yeah. If you went to somebody's house, woo, child. Woo. Yep. Yeah, it wasn't nothing. Nah, definitely not spending the night. And they just didn't really want us in anybody's house. And I don't know if maybe it's a girl thing. You don't want your daughters. You don't know. I mean, especially if they got a dad.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think. Like, I don't really remember my sisters. Well, first off, I know my sisters couldn't do the same stuff that I did. So it was definitely different for girls than it was for boys. Just for the instance, like dating, right? You know what I'm saying? I never had you can't date till this age where my sisters did. So with me having a girlfriend, as long as her parents was cool with it, my parents was cool with it.
Right.
But I wasn't a girl. My sisters couldn't do that though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Totally different from her.
Yeah, it was totally different.
You had a 9:30 curfew in high school. I didn't have a curfew. I wasn't allowed outside. Home, school, work, home. We stood in the window and watched the other kids play outside. My mom walked us to the bus stop our first day of our 12th grade year. You know how embarrassing that is? Yeah.
Oh, preacher's kid, you already know what they say about y'all. Uh-oh.
Well, we know Tiffany.
So, Tiffany, that's probably why you had a 9:30 curfew.
You just had to, oh Lord, you had to tell them, child. I wasn't allowed to do nothing ever. Ever.
I wasn't either. It just kind of like I wasn't really allowed to do nothing until I was like 16, but circumstances changed. So that's probably why 15, 16 I went from being strict to doing whatever I wanted. So
you see what Tiffany said? See what that's how she got a 17-year-old. See that shit don't work.
I mean, I don't know how old Tiffany is, so
she ain't 40. Look at Darnell talking about he was outside everywhere. All right, Fort Walton Beach. Mayday. Nah, you weren't allowed to do shit. Boy, when we got out that cage, my. That's why I got a 25-year-old.
Okay. Drena says she's 36 with a 17-year-old.
Anyway.
17. So, well, it's kind of off topic, but you know, I feel like this kind of goes with it a little bit as well too, because you know what I'm saying. I feel like parents be so strict, but then with them being so strict, it seems like they don't prepare you, especially for like sex and you know stuff like that. So, mama didn't talk to you about sex, and
no,
it was just
because
do
they are so they just the conversation, but don't drop your drawers. That was it. Because they are so scared that if they talk about it, you're going to do it. I'm like, well, we're going to do it anyway.
You're going to get the busing at some point. Like, it's just human nature.
Because the crazy part was, I have 2 little sisters from my mom. It's 5 of us. Me and my oldest sister, we 43 and 44. Then I have a brother. Don't remember. He 9 years younger than me, however old that is. And then I have 2 little sisters. They like 28 and 29, something like that. So the knee baby, my mom, she went to my mom and told her she needed some condoms. My mom called me crying. She was distraught, telling me my sister got to come move with me. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you. First of all, congratulations. She was comfortable enough to talk to you, to tell you that she needed them. That's a good thing. I'm not condoning that. The Lord said, ma'am, don't do that. I said, she gonna get them anyway, right? She got an older sister right there. She's gonna tell her to take her to go get them. Like, she was coming to you to be open with you to help her. Like, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not taking her to get nothing. Okay, whatever. Like, she can come stay with me if that's what you really want, but that's not gonna stop her from having sex. Like this is crazy.
Right.
It's like, okay. And now she's almost 30. She got my niece is 5, and she's engaged to get married with her dad. I'm like, what's wrong?
Hey man, talk to your kids about busing. You know what I'm saying? Talk to them about busing. Let them have that combo with you.
Yeah, you stupid, Tiffany. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. That church thing got people really in a bind and on a chokehold to where they don't want to talk about reality. You know what? Darnell, we try to avoid that conversation. We don't want to. Yeah, it's a lot. That was just too much.
Drena, do you feel like, your daughter would come to you if she was having sex and tell you, like, Mom, I'm having sex. Didi, did your daughter come to you?
No, I
No.
caught her.
Oh man,
Bad day. Real bad day.
I bet it was.
Horrible day. And I had all the conversations. Didn't matter. Nope. Had the conversations. We talked about diseases. It didn't matter. Yeah, no. Devastated.
Yeah, I never had sex in my parents' house as a child.
Child. Oh, Jesus. She was 13.
How old was he?
He was driving. That's how I found out, because he was parked in front of my house.
So he was at least 16.
Yeah. Yeah, but we made it through. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. What is our next? How the heck did I get? I don't know how I got that damn thing. Okay, y'all, we're gonna play a game. Y'all wanna play a game?
Let's play the game.
This one might get a little raunchy. We are going to play a game. Never have I ever. So if I say never have I ever and then I make the statement, if you have done this thing, you can take a drink, you can put your little comments in the comment, raise your hand, do something. Let me know if you've done this before. All right, first one. Never have, I'm gonna start slow.
All right.
I'll work my way up. This is an easy one. Never have I ever lied on a job application to get a job that I knew I wasn't qualified for. Have y'all ever done that? If you've done it, raise your hands in the comments. Yes, Daniel, that counts. You can drink your tea. Drena said you
got that drink ready. Nah, I ain't done that one.
I haven't done that either. I'm too scary. Because I'd be mad if you ask me to do some shit and I'm like,
I don't know how to do that. Right. Like,
and plus for the job that I do, you have to get on the interview and explain how to do some shit. So you can't just say you did it.
Right.
All right, next one. Never have I ever gotten into a fist fight. Daniel said, wait a minute, Daniel said he didn't get the job.
Wasted them lies for nothing.
And fist fights, child.
Right.
Too many. Tiffany, what is the? You don't even know what that is. Okay. All right, it's about to get a little interesting, y'all. Damn, Drena. How many drinks you gonna
Oh, Drena just adding up. Let's go.
Never have I ever cheated in a relationship.
I don't know if you can.
I definitely cheated. All right.
I don't really count it, but yeah.
Drena, you adding up over here, ain't it?
Sheesh.
Do I have to drink for Yes, Daniel.
if they rolling, then you got to.
All right. Never have I ever had sex in a public place.
Yeah.
Damn, it's crazy. Drena is crazy, yo.
Every question.
All right, last one. Never have I ever had a threesome. I don't know if it counts, so I'll take a half a sip. Because I kicked everybody out.
I'm bored, I guess.
You ain't had no threesome. It's not. It's. I keep them motherfuckers out like, oh hell no, get out, game over. I don't like it. You touch that bitch? No. I don't like it.
That's funny. That's funny.
All right, y'all. We about to go into our main topics. We got some toes we gonna step on today. Uh-oh. Wait a minute, I can see the comments.
Threesome spice up my face. Hey.
Tiffany said no. Worst, never. You couldn't pay me to do that shit again. The motherfucker was mad at me. I was like, I don't give a damn. Get out. All right. This was another Drena topic, but she's not here. So the college kids are on their way back to school. What would you tell your younger self if you attended college or wanted to attend college or whatever to ease that path leading up to that day? Like, is there any advice that you would give yourself? Or even if your kids went to school, what advice would you give them to get them prepared for this journey?
I think for me anyways, some of the things that I look back telling my younger self, definitely get a mentor, throughout college, for sure. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. I think that sometimes we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to achieve goals and not necessarily live life, so I would definitely tell myself that. I would tell myself everybody not meant to be in your life for the long haul. Some people in your life for a season, and that's it, and it's okay. Because sometimes we try to force relationships, and they serve their time, right? You know what I'm saying? Like some people go different ways. It don't mean you wish them any ill will, anything like that. It's just
he's echoing. He's not echoing to me. It's clear. Is he echoing to anybody else? You sound fine to me. They say you are. Why?
No.
Uh-oh. Is it because I don't have my headphones?
I wonder.
Should I go get my headphones?
I don't know.
He said Drena said it just started.
That's weird.
Shut up, Daniel. Take your headphones off.
Is that better? Nope.
I don't know. I'm still echoing. Now I can hear it. Now when I take my headphones out, I can hear it. I can hear the echo.
You just sound louder to me. I can't hear no echo either way, but I'm not one. Is he still echoing, y'all?
Because I hear it echo now. Okay. That's weird. Now I don't hear it no more.
You sound fine to me.
So am I echoing? I'm still echoing?
I might need to do I need to put my headphones on? Oh, he said he's good now.
Am I echoing? Okay. I'm good. That's crazy.
Y'all sure he good now? Say something, Adrian. Oh, she said no.
Gone now. No.
Just the usual.
I don't know, man.
I think you were good when you took them out and it reset and it like smoothed out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's weird though, because it just came out of nowhere. It just started echoing. But yeah, so those were some of the things that I would tell my younger self to help me out. For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I think mentors, that's the thing. Like I think that is so underrated in the Black community. It's so underrated. Because we rely a lot on our friends and family when a lot of them have no experience in the things that we want to do. But I didn't go to traditional college, so I don't have that traditional path. But when my daughter was going to college, my biggest thing for her was to focus and not get sucked in, because as a military kid, you're not exposed to a lot. So going into the college scene, you're going to see some stuff you've never seen before. You're going to experience some things you never experienced. So try to filter out all that crap and surround yourself with good people, but don't trust many people, because she was very naive and very just accepting of everything. She thought everybody was like her. And just making sure, like you said, if you don't know what you want to do, don't be so hard on yourself. But still stay kind of focused in getting the education and figuring out what your life path should be. But she went in, she already knew exactly what she wanted to do. She knew she wanted to be a nurse. There was never any wavering with that. They got hard for her, but she stuck through it, and she's a nurse now. But yeah, I think a lot of times, especially with Black people, we don't support our children enough.
Mm-mm.
And we pressure them into making decisions that they don't want to make, because they feel like they have to, and they're always in survival mode. And that comes from generations of lack. So everybody's in survival mode. It's like, I got to get out so I can help everybody else, and never giving them the opportunity to really, really actualize what they really want to be and who they want to be. So they're just forced into being something that they have to be. What he said? Don't get all your advice from grown-ish. Daniel. Peer pressure in college is nuts. Make sure the path you set out is yours. Yes. And just know at times the path will change, and that's okay. Yes. I agree. We really, I think the tide is turning for our generation with our kids, and we've made it a little bit more comfortable for them to be able to fall if they need to, and we there to catch them. But they don't have to rely solely on just surviving. They know they got a safety net. So she said, I had a friend, her godfather told her, if a guy says the condom broke and that he pulled out, he's lying. Well, at that point, if he's saying that, it's too late. That's the conversation they having. It's a little too late.
Plan B me, please.
Right. Well, they illegal now in some places, so y'all got to be careful out there. There ain't too many uh-ohs no more. Ain't no fixes for them in a lot of these states. I know that's right. That's one thing I'm hoping that dads are teaching their sons too, about controlling themselves and not feeling like they have to sleep with every girl that they see. Figuring out how to redirect that energy, because you don't necessarily have to have sex with everybody you see. Like, despite what the generation before you have told you, like there's other ways to redirect that energy, and just value yourself more, especially for boys, because for some reason they go around just giving themselves away like they're supposed to. Like, no. You're valuable too. That seed you carrying hold a lot of weight. It creates life. Don't just give it to people. That's your power.
I mean, that's because that's what they was told. I honestly, once again, I think that's getting better than what it used to be. Yeah. For sure. But it's still a problem.
Oh, yeah. Every hood USA.
Yeah.
That's their therapy. Instead of going to figure out their mental health issues, they sleep with everybody.
Yeah. And it's horrible.
It is.
Get your lives, young man. Get your life.
Get it together. Okay. So I have a video that I want to play for this next topic. And I think this might be something that happens way more often than we talk about. It ain't neither one of our issues, but it's talked about. So if a man, I'll play the video and then we'll talk about it. Okay. Hold on, let me get this off the screen.
Between my child and my marriage, and the shit getting old. It getting very old and frustrating.
Between your child and your marriage, what is you doing? I mean, like, what's going on?
I'm recording, man.
No, I ain't no recording because you ain't dropping that shit. I don't give a damn about no Facebook, no YouTube, or nothing. No. Hey, I don't care nothing about that. Because my thing is right here, you pay $500 a month. You can drop it. I'm gonna put your business out there. You pay $500 fucking dollars a month in child support, and ain't nobody but doing no extra. No shoes, no clothes, no toys, no nothing. Fuck all that.
What you talking about, man? My son needs some shoes.
I don't give a damn. No, she can get the shoes out of child support money. She get the shoes out of child support money. That's what you pay child support for. The court ordered child support. You ain't got to do shit else. And she ain't gifting nothing else. She should have never took the fucking child support out if she needed more money.
You shouldn't feel like that, though, man.
Why shouldn't I feel like that?
Man, that's my fucking child.
I don't fuck that child. Fuck
Whoa.
you too. I don't give a damn about that. Shoes. Talking about to get some extra shoes and you pay $500 fucking dollars a month in child support. You ain't buying no shoes. You ain't buying no fucking shoes. You buy shoes. You buy them shoes. You buy them shoes. That's it.
That's it, man.
That's it. I'm saying you pay child support. What you paying the child support is for?
I'm saying, still though. If you need some shoes, I'm gonna get the shoes.
No, you ain't getting no shoes out of here. You ain't. It don't matter. It does not matter. No, you don't need to buy no shoes. She get the shoes out of child support money, $500 a month. That's what y'all agreed on.
I know, but shit,
Okay.
I agreed on the hell. If I feel like giving some shoes, I can get some fucking shoes.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. You want to get some shoes? You can get some shoes, but it won't be in here. It won't be in here. Believe that, baby. It won't be in here.
If you in a situation, you want me to give you some shoes? What the fuck is you doing?
Get your ass up out of here. Get your ass up out of here. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting your ass. You want to buy some shoes? You want to buy some shoes? It won't be in here. I'm getting you up out of here. Get you up out of here.
Playing, man.
No,
No, what's that, man? Come on, get back
No,
in the-
ain't no put no. No, you want to get shoes? You want to get shoes?
Really? Man, this is bullshit.
Oh no, we getting your ass up out of here.
What's going on?
Yeah, we getting you up out of here. Fuck that. You won't get no shoes in here. You can get some shoes, but it won't be in here. It won't. Watch.
I tell you what, man. Don't take my clothes, I'm gonna be gone. I'm about to hang with you.
Get here.
You ain't tripping over some fucking shoes, man? Over some shoes.
Yeah, that's right.
That's bullshit.
Ain't no bullshit. Fuck you,
Bullshit.
the child, and the mama. Fuck all y'all. And guess what? You want to get shoes, you got that big. Matter of fact, why her husband can't buy him no shoes?
That ain't his fucking responsibility.
It is his responsibility. He married. If he married her, he take on the child too. Why he can't buy him no shoes? That's what I don't understand. He probably calling him daddy anyway.
Woo, child. Woo, Lord. Listen here. Let me just say this one thing. Once she said, fuck my child, she wouldn't have had to pack no goddamn bag for me. He got to be stupid. He ain't got nowhere to go. So
I don't know about y'all. That was my first time seeing the whole video.
Me too. I didn't watch the whole thing.
I only seen a portion of it. I ain't see all that before. Yeah, as soon as she said, fuck my child, like it would have been a rap. Like it was no way that I would be with somebody like her. Like I'd be gone. Cause like you said, we talking about some shoes, like, and he paying $500 in child support. I mean, we know that ain't no money. Like that ain't no. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like it'd be one thing you like, oh, you paying $2,500 a month in child support or something.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like you paying $500, and you mad that he finna get his child some shoes? Like he needs some shoes. Why don't the man she married? That ain't his. He right. That ain't his responsibility. That's my child. Well, she married him. So clearly you don't do nothing with the child or take any type of responsibility, even though you married him. When it should be a package deal, like, or at least there, respect for it, right? Like understanding, like, okay, he has a child that he needs to take care of. That's sad, man. Like that was hard to watch. I don't know about y'all, but especially once that start. Once she said F the child, like it really got real hard to watch. Yeah. I'm like, woo. Yeah.
So obviously he don't have nowhere else to go because you see how quick she start throwing this stuff out. Like, y'all married.
Right. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Oh, absolutely more issues. First of all,
Oh yeah,
he
definitely.
ain't wearing no pants.
Right. That's wow. Like,
Couldn't be mine. Couldn't be mine.
yeah.
First of all, my son dad, y'all seen him. He listen. You first of all, you can't play about his child at all. Point blank, end the period. So listen, that's crazy. Right. That's what should have happened. That scene, yeah. Fuck my child. Oh, see. Sir, walk outside. Just walk outside. Yeah, that's when I sent you that video, I was like, run. Sir, you need to get away from that bitch.
Whew,
get away from her.
Like, is people really out here like this, huh?
And so my question is, so if you're paying, first of all, $500 is what? $125 a week?
Hey man, it ain't no real money. I know
that's
that.
Not a lot of money to raise a whole child. Listen, and all he asked for was some shoes. Jesus, all of that because you want to get your son some shoes. So if I'm the mom, and okay, let's just if I'm the mom and I have $500 and I take $200 out of that to get my son some shoes, what am I gonna do with $300 for the rest of the month to support your child?
Right. And then
it's not a lot of money, Daniel, if she called asking for shoes.
And then you know what I'm saying? Another thing that stuck out to me is like, well, she shouldn't have agreed for the $500, right? Like, definitely made it sound like he could definitely give more when she said that. So at first I was like, well, maybe he can't afford it. But then when she said, well, then, because he's like, yeah, she said she shouldn't have agreed to the $500 then.
Now, Daniel, don't do that. Some women are evil pieces of shit. And they take they baby dads to court just to be spiteful. I know some great dads out here that's going to war to see their kids.
But it sounded like they agreed. The way it didn't seem like it was an issue between him and his baby mama.
Well, he's saying because he's court ordered, he wasn't father there, as if because he's on child support, he's not a good dad.
But she said she agreed for him to pay $500 a month. If you heard her, she said, well, she shouldn't have agreed for you to pay $500 a month.
She's saying like the court order. She shouldn't have taken the child support. That's right. What she. But he's saying,
but also that make it seem like it's not like $500 is struggling for him. I don't know. That's kind of.
But Daniel's saying that he shouldn't have took. If he was a good dad, he wouldn't be on child support.
That's a lie.
That's what I'm saying. He was like, he said, so he's not father of the year. That's why I'm like, wait, there's a lot of great dads out here on child support,
right?
And they great dads.
Because sometimes women just want to go to the courts and feel like that's what they need to do, right? And so it doesn't mean that you're not a good father. It just some people go to the courts. Happens
way more often than it should.
Right. Instead of trying to work it out, between themselves, I'm going to the courts.
Yeah, I see it a lot. Bitter bitches. Yeah, but that was pretty disgusting to watch and pretty unsettling. Yeah, that's I don't understand. And like you said, there's something else going on in their relationship, obviously. Well, he's sitting there trying to sneak and record.
I got to choose between my wife and my son, my marriage and my son.
She shouldn't even be your wife, sir, if that's even a discussion.
Right. How did she That's what I was trying to figure. I mean, but hey.
Yeah. Ain't no way. No, she gotta go. That part. They probably ain't got no kids together. That's why she mad.
Yeah, it don't seem like they got kids together.
Because she would have threw that in there. You take them from our kids or something. She would have threw that in there.
Mhm.
She ain't got no kids. All right, well, see, look, now we about to go to a topic, and now this bitch done set the damn stage. What other culture of women besides Black women live by the "we don't need a man" motto? Is there any other culture that you hear across the board screaming they don't need a man?
I'm waiting on Daniel to chime in.
I mean,
Who? What?
pay attention, Daniel.
Exactly.
Is there
he
any
heard
other
he see
culture
it.
besides Black women that live by the motto "we don't need a man"? It's like it's almost like taboo to
I
you
know,
believe all
Daniel.
women say that? I ain't never heard no.
Well,
I don't believe on a large scale across, like on a general, I'm gonna put on a general stage where across a culture of women they say this, and I'll give an example. So if you talk about if Black women praise Black men, if we say like we serve our men, if we do anything submissive about our men, we are looked at as weak and domicile. Like we are just the weakest of the weak. We are praised if we talk about how independent we are and how we don't need a man. In other cultures, like women, they are raised to need a man and to be coupled and to marry. Like
you see Daniel comment?
say, my brother's wife is Asian. They all prefer to have a man. Absolutely. Asians, hands down. Yes, they're raised that way. They are raised to be wives. Black women are raised to be independent, get a job, get your education, and never depend on a man. Across the board. And if you start like when I'm on here and I'm talking about how, you know, I serve my man, he don't have to look for nothing in the kitchen. They look at me like I'm crazy. Like I'm weak, like there's something wrong with me. like I shouldn't be doing that.
But I mean, yeah, that's how they look at it, because it's like they feel like you being forced to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, or the first reaction is, what has he done to deserve that?
That part.
And it's like, why does someone, well, of course, first off, if you're picking the right person, you should be able to be you in your space, right? In your relationship. So if you're with the right person, none of that should even matter. Do you? Because he gonna do you. I mean, he is gonna do you, but but he, you know, he gonna do him as well too, right? So it's like, if you're in a relationship and you like not being your authentic self in a relationship because you're scared or you nerd, like, man, one, maybe you shouldn't be in a relationship, or two, that's not the person for you to be in a relationship with.
That part. And I think the biggest issue is that for the most part, a majority of the women who are saying that they don't want to be there, I won't be this unless, have never dated a real man that meets up to the standard that they need them to meet up to. So they have made bad choices when it comes to the person they're dating, and they've tolerated things that they shouldn't have tolerated. So then in turn, they don't think that this person deserves it. So if they don't deserve it, why are they with you? Why are you with them? Who? What? Time is so uncalled. I have so much to say about this. Are they authors?
I know Claude Anderson.
I know Claude Anderson.
What Claude Anderson say about this?
I have no problem with women having their role in relationship that can be decided within the relationship, but as long as two people mesh, it's all good. Absolutely. But I think there's really a disconnect in this disdain between black men and black women. Like we're at war with each other. I don't really know why. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what this battle, this war is, or how to fix it. I think it's getting better. I do think it's getting better. But it's just a constant, I don't need a man motto that's, and like somebody said, I think we were watching a video before a while ago where this girl did a video on TikTok and she was just like, we don't need you niggas, we the new niggas, we the niggas. I'm like, oh, no. like it's a badge of honor to be this hardcore chick. I don't know. I don't know. And to piggyback off of this topic, the next topic, are black men living up to the level of men in other cultures? I'm gonna let you answer that.
No. So okay, I'm gonna say no, and this is the reason why. And it's typically because we don't normally get married at the same rate as other cultures, right? Now, once we there, we want to be there, and we're not the ones asking for the divorce, but that's just not something that we seek out. Like other cultures, they have the understanding of building together, right? You know, with us, sometimes that might be a little harder, you know, to really understand that. I don't think I really had that concept of building with someone and that, you know, being able to get to the bag quicker until I was like 30, you know what I'm saying? To really understand that concept, like of that possibility. Right. I never grew up with that, where I know some cultures that grew up with that and they understood it, you know, a whole lot better. You know, with us, it's like, I gotta get it. And then hopefully, if you have that mindset, right, then hopefully I can get with somebody and then we can, you know, bring it together. Yep. Bring it together, not make it together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's, no, I don't think so, especially when it comes to relationships. I don't think that, I don't think we move in the same intent because culturally it's just not ingrained in us like that.
Right. And Daniel, I don't want you to think that there's always a reason for the questions that we ask on the panel. And this particular question is very relevant because there's a lot of false narratives across the cultures where when it comes to Black culture in particular, there are things that we are taught and that are ingrained in us generationally where we don't believe that certain things exist. So to show that other cultures do things a different way is very important, to show that we can do things a different way. If we want to get to a different level and change some generational curses throughout the entire culture, some things have to change. We got to teach our kids different things. We can't just think that we are individuals, because that's why the Black community is so segmented. That's why we can't build together, because we're all always thinking about just individualism. Until 30 also over here. Yep. I started picking up books and reading outside of just school. Yes, indeed. Because it's like, and this will go into, I'm gonna have to bring the other topic up next because it actually segues right into it. Look at your little twin. You blinded the baby. He ain't even looking up.
You're not calling no one.
I'm not calling no one.
Why you not calling no one?
Why he look just like you?
Why would I be calling someone?
Because why you didn't talk anymore?
Man. Oh, you want to
But
wait?
I'm
Wait.
gonna segue into the other topic because it it kind of goes into this because hold on, which one was it? So like y'all were talking about how y'all like didn't really click until 30.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a very good segue because I didn't understand, and maybe I still don't really understand it because I'm not a guy. So a lot of times I hear guys saying that they really can't, they don't hit their stride to their 30, they don't really understand a lot of things to their 30, and they can't really take anything seriously until they're over 30. So I was listening to some podcast, and if you don't know the comedian Ryan Davis, he was talking, they asked him why he was single. He said, because I had to sacrifice love for money. He said, because I could not chase the bag and love at the same time.
Mm.
So I wanted to know, is it really hard for a man to choose to chase the bag and love at the same time? Like, is that really that hard?
Yes, it is. Well, I think because, and I'm gonna just speak for me, and of course the fellas, they can chime in. In my 20s, I didn't understand exactly how to have that relationship and chase the bag, right? Like, you feel like there's so many things that you got to sacrifice. And I think it also comes from a place where I just didn't know how to communicate that. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times where it's like, yo, I got to do this. And they don't really understand. So what you find yourself doing is I'm either suppressing myself for the relationship, or I got to let her go. And a lot of times it was hard for me to find someone that understood where I was trying to go in life. And that's typically why I found myself like, I felt like when I was younger, older women appreciated me more than women my age, because you know what I'm saying? When you 25, 26, right? And a 30, 31, 32-year-old see you with drive, it's like, oh yeah, he going somewhere at some point, right? You know what I'm saying? And they can see that in you, where girls your age, like, sometimes it's like, it's about me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I get what you're trying to do, but you need to make sure you spending more time with me on the weekends and doing this. Like, we need to be holding hands, coupled up all the time. Where it's like, well, I got to go to school. Like, I'm getting this master's degree, or I got to get these certs. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, get your certs, but I need you here. And so I don't think that sometimes women are patient enough to play that long game, especially in their 20s, when they see a guy that's handling their business, to understand, like, okay, if I want this type of guy, these are the things that I'm going to have to sacrifice right now. But I'm going to live a good life, right?
Right.
I think that especially in our culture, I feel like that be that's the disconnect, because a lot of us are figuring it out as we go. Men, I'm talking about, especially women too, right? We trying to figure this thing out as we go. And if we don't have no guidance, typically we take our 20s to figure it out. And so now as you get into your 30s, you know who you are, you confident, you can communicate, and it just makes it a whole lot easier.
Yeah, and you're right. That's the disconnect, is that women are being told you need to hurry up and get married in your 20s. Who the hell we gonna marry? They trying to get their shit together. They ain't ready to be 30. So yeah, it's a huge disconnect there. I don't know. That's weird. Like, that's crazy. But do you think that because I know there's a lot of successful men who have been with their wives since they was in high school. But it depends on the type of partner, I guess, that you would have, because they have to be supportive. There has to be massive communication, transparency. And but if you're on the same page, then it makes sense. But if you don't, like you said, if you don't have, and I also believe that you need to have somebody that's equally as busy as you. Because if not, they're going to harass the shit out you all day. They're going to get on your nerves all day. But yeah, I do believe that younger guys who have, because there's not a lot of young guys with a lot of drive. You may have some young guys that are athletes, entertainers, stuff like that. But like real working class men who are out here grinding, making real money at a young age, you don't see that too often.
Right.
So, and those are the guys that women say they want on paper. But in reality, they ain't ready. They ain't ready. So, I don't know. So I don't know. I know a lot of times they say young girls should date older men because they're already established and they have more time to do whatever it is you think that you want to do, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But, I just thought it was interesting when they asked him why he was single. And he said because he had to sacrifice love to chase a bag. And now his bag is secure and now he's ready for love. So, very interesting. Oh God, I gotta pull this shit out for your favorite girl. Cause she always pulling out some shit on me that I ain't ready for. Auntie Nico. So if anybody, I know y'all probably don't know who Nico Cherie is. I started following her some years ago because she gave good like investment advice and stuff like that, financial advice. Somehow her page turned into this like male bashing page when Kevin Samuels came about. She's like 50 years old now, single. Of course, she's rich, but she's like teaching women now how to be happy and single and not having to need a man. Of course. But she posted an article the other day about single men and their insecurities being exposed. So, she broke down some stuff on it. And she said that last year she told women that Kevin Samuels did them a favor by exposing extreme insecurities in many men. She said that Kevin Samuels convinced men that they were the prize, knowing most of them can't compete financially or in education. Most of them aren't healthy, i.e., high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and that most of them die earlier than the majority of women, all the while telling women they would die alone from high cholesterol. We all know Kevin Samuels died from a heart attack. Anyway. So, it says that men really believe that it's 20-1, but here's what they haven't considered. Women would start valuing peace over penis. Of the 20, out of those 20, of the 20-1, out of those 20, 0 actually want them. Women would rather do brunch and travel the world than to pay half your bills, clean your house, and help you pay your child support. This is why feminine confidence is on the rise. Men are now realizing they are empty boxes, not gifts. We are not doing coffee or drink dates. If you can't step it up, we will be in Italy with Angelo living our soft life. So she said all of this in response to an article that was sent to her. That the title of the article was "The Rise of Lonely Single Men," and the article pretty much was talking about how the dating apps and the algorithms are pulling this data together to show how many single lonely men are out there looking for women and all this other stuff. Yeah. When I tell you, I died because the comments underneath this post were they were different. And there were two comments that stood out to me that I wanted to highlight because I actually thought these comments were should be talked about more often. The first comment said men need to start taking care of their mental health and seek help instead of relying on sex as an outlet to deal with their underlying issues. Talk to a professional. Women are without cause. Y'all aren't coming unhealed. And then the other one says some men need to lower their standards and expectations. I talked to some guys and they're just as delusional, if not worse, than the women they complain about. So matter of fact. So
I don't think men's insecurities are being exposed. I think they've been exposed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that there has definitely been a difference in men lately, but also I feel like the cream rises to the top, right? So I feel like we have a big disconnect because no one wants to stand in the middle anymore, right? So it's like you have these very qualified men and then you have these extremely unqualified men, right? Because people don't feel like average is good on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, yo, I live a nice life, you know. No, I'm not balling out of control, but you know, hey, my bills is paid. I can hang out when I want to from time to time. Hey, I might even be able to take me a trip from time to time. But I feel like, you know, people have to try to show that they on way over here, or they just don't care. And they like, you know what? You know what I'm saying? Because they see way over here and it's like, I know I'm never going to be way over here.
Right.
So I'm okay with being over here, doing nothing, but I want what they have over here.
Yep.
And it's crazy.
It's funny because Daniel, I'm glad you said that because you are absolutely right. And the reason why is because I watch so many podcasts and most of them I watch where people call in because I want to see real live people talking. And the level of delusion on both ends of the spectrum is insane. People tell them what they require from other people that they can't even touch the surface of giving these people. Like, how you requiring this and you don't have none of that?
No, and it's on both sides. It's horrible.
I remember it was a girl who called in. She was in school. She was in college. And she said that the guy that she dates has to make over 6 figures. She had zero income.
None.
I'm like, well, you don't even make that. Well, but that's the potential that I have to make at my job. You don't have a job. You're in college. You're coming out with that.
It's sad.
I'm like, okay, this is crazy. Like, and like Kevin Samuel used to always ask, like, are you around these type of people? What you're asking for, have you ever dated this type of person?
No.
Do you have access to these types of people?
No. And that's what really kills you because you like, yo, like you're not even in circles around these type of guys. So how do you think that you're gonna get this type of guy? How should you even expect this type of guy? Like, I don't get it why people think that they have, like, it's sad because I mean I look at it like where I was 10 years ago. Like I say, I ain't never been no bum, but at the same time, it's like I don't know if people would have been like, oh, he doing it like he doing it now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Exactly.
So I don't know. I feel like, yeah, people don't try. People don't take a chance. They just want an all-out baller. And and it's just like we talked about before, like you had this checklist of what you there's less than 1% of men and 99% of women want that same man.
Yep.
But he wouldn't even look at you or give you a second look. Like, I don't. And on the other flip side of that, right? Like, I don't know.
That's like the guy, he called into the show and he had, I think, I want to say 6 kids, I think 5 or 6 kids. The youngest kid was like 3 months old. He had a 3-month-old, 10-month-old, an 11-month-old. And then I think like a 5 and 8, something like some crazy shit. And what his list of requirements was so insane. She had to be an 8 or a 9. She had to have a good job or at least something stable. Like all these requirements, and she was the lady was like, well, a woman with all of this got options. Why would she choose you with all these babies? And why you ain't with the one that just had your baby? Like the delusion is out of control, man. I don't know. I'm just like, yeah, you're on a dating show on YouTube. I don't know how much lower you can get than that. Looking for somebody. Obviously, don't nobody want you. I don't know. But I guess. And look, that go right into why aren't Black men and women living to their highest potential, yet they require the person they desire to be at their highest potential? What the hell is that? You're right, Daniel, because I'll be watching. That's my show. Kendra G. Shout out to Kendra G. The single show, man, I'll be tuned in every time she drop an episode. I'll be in that laughing like, y'all retarded. And she be giving them the business. She don't play no games with them. She call them all out. If they say something crazy, she call them. Yeah. But I don't know why people require the things that they are not a reflection of. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. But yeah, that's our last topic for the night. What you got going on for the week, Adrian?
Hey man, I got a 7:00 flight in the morning.
Where you going?
Oh, Dallas. I gotta go to Dallas for work, so I gotta get a training in Dallas. So yeah, so training about communication, customer service, de-escalation, and yeah, so I'm going to Dallas. My flight is at 7, so I'll be up at like 4 to get there to Dallas. So yeah, I'll be in Dallas for a couple of days, and I come on back. Then this weekend, going to Miami.
Okay.
On Saturday. Yeah, we're going to Miami.
Let's relax.
For the weekend.
For y'all anniversary?
Yep. So we just gonna go kid free. So
yes.
Little kid free. Little kid free. Little kid free. But so yeah, we're gonna shoot down to Miami and yeah, just live like we young again. We're gonna try. We probably won't, but we're gonna try.
Daniel said, "Yes, y'all can't meet up."
So, well, Daniel, you didn't tell me exactly when you was gonna be here. I thought it was next week. Is what I'll be back next week. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's what got that going on. So work, and then this weekend got a little play going on.
That's next week, Donnell.
Darnell. Oh, maybe he thinking about it. Or have you had it? Because if you had it, maybe you'll come on the show and talk about it. Talk to your boy. Holla at your boy.
I got 2 people coming already now. I got 2 people who volunteered to come.
Somebody hit me up saying they done had it, and if you need another person.
Yes, we need 2 more.
So I don't know if you are part of that crew, Darnell. let your boy know. Let me know something.
He said.
Oh, snap.
Oh, Daniel, I forgot. No, Daniel, you the 3rd one. I need 1 more. Actually, I still probably need 2 more because one of them he do his comedy set at 8:00, so he's gonna be like in between sets trying to come on. So I don't know about that.
D, I thought you was coming over to the dark side with your boy. Holla at me, man. Come on, man. Let's go and get
don't
this.
Don't do it, Darnell. Don't do it. Don't do
it. Get schnizzip. Clip, snip, snip. Hey, man, I'm just saying.
Let me think. What I got? I don't think I really have much going on. Other than of course, getting geared up for my photo shoots. I've finally been in contact with my costume maker, so I'm excited about that. He's in Trinidad for a week, getting some of the pieces together for his carnival in Miami. So we got our look down, ready for the photo shoot. I need one more look. I'm trying to figure that out. So we good to go for next month. What else I got? I'm excited, of course, about my client. She's doing really, really good. She struggled a little bit, but she's making some progress. So Janice, if you're watching, I'm proud of you, girl. Keep it going, girl. What else I got? Of course, y'all know I still have the collaboration going on with Live Alkaline Water. So if you have not purchased, you get 5% off with my code, the Core Queen. Check it out on Instagram. You'll find one of the damn posts somewhere with the link in there to purchase it. I'm actually going to be hanging out with them on Friday. They're going to show me how to create my own garden in my backyard. So I'm going to go with them and do some gardening with them on their land and get some good stuff going on with the people. They're actually hosting some classes with the youth this week on building future entrepreneurs and millionaires. So they're doing that all week with the youth. So I'll be doing some collaboration with them, a lot of collaborating with them because they just do a lot for the community. And I'm all for the people. What else? If you're in Bristol, Pennsylvania, my hometown, my friend Shakitra Smith is doing a back to school bash book bag giveaway. She's going to have all types of stuff going on for the community. I will post the flyer. I posted it already on my page. I'll post it again. I'm one of the sponsors, just helping out for every time I can get back to my hometown, I try my best to do so. So I just wanted to help get back. I did a book bag drive last year. I wasn't able to do it this year, but I'll be doing something back at home. But if y'all do something, y'all know I'm always there to help donate whatever I can. I think that's about it. Y'all just keep tuning in. Drena, we missed you this week. If you guys are watching this podcast right now, can you please go subscribe to the YouTube channel? Thank you. I should have said that earlier when we had more people on here. But yeah, thanks. We appreciate you guys for showing up every week like you do. We're going to do our best to keep doing what we do. And we will see y'all next week for the vasectomy episode. Y'all better check. Y'all better tune in.
Follow you on his journey.
We'll see y'all next week. Peace out, y'all.